Hello again, welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League for a brand new season, brand new championship. This is round one and we're in Suzuka, just outside of Suzuka City at the Suzuka circuit, that famous circuit that hosts the Formula One championship as well. So GR4 championship this is now, 10 rounds like before. This is League 3. So there's going to be quite a few names in here that I'm not familiar with. There's going to be one or two that I am, but there's going to be quite a few that I'm not. So we'll have to see how I get on with those. I might pronounce some of these names wrong, so excuse me if I do, but I'll try my best. So it's a little slight change of format. We've got some sprint races, but also some enduros, and this is actually an endurance race around here at Suzuka. So round one is the enduro, and the only real sort of tyre regulation is that you've got to run a hard tyre for at least 2 laps. So any time within the race, but it's got to be for at least 2 laps. Every other compound can be used, whatever one you wish, outside of that hards. But so that's it really. So let's get this first race underway then, and let's get through this grid. Rolling start, by the way, as well, so not that grid start either. So here we go. So Jay Dyson, we know Dyson, don't we, from well, back in the day, if you like. He's had a bit of a break and he's back now with us. He's actually got himself on pole position. We've got It's Hoggy, so I'm going to just call him Hoggy. I think that'll probably be a bit easier. Idle Gaming in third. Harry Poppins, we know, in fourth. Rascal Roscoe even, so I'll just call him Rascal, I think, in fifth. Motorstorm Hero in sixth. Vodka Rob in seventh. Some great names here. Nightbreed in eighth. Bloomfield in ninth. Captain Slow in 10th. Let's see if he is. 11th, we've got Flash. Welcome back to Flash as well. One of the other ones that we know about. Thingamajig in 12th. Nath in 13th. He's there somewhere, although it's a lovely shot of the track. And we'll just call that J1, I think, in 14th. So some unusual names, but let's get us underway then. Here we go. 50-minute race, this one, give or take. So let's go. Here we go. 23 laps then around Suzuka circuit. And Dyson is leading him off down to turn 1, so clockwise circuit, figure of 8 circuit as well, one of the few that's still figure 8 in the world. As they come now down to Ferraris, Oggy and Dyson, obviously teammates by the looks of it. In 1 and 2, Idle Gaming in third, there in that SLS. And then another Ferrari, Harry Poppins in 4th, Motorstorm in 5th, Roscoe, I'll just call him Rascal, in 6th. As they come through the S's now in that McLaren. Nightbreed in another Ferrari in 7th. Lamborghini, we've got Vodka Rob. Wonder if he does like vodka. I'm guessing he does. Oh, Captain Slow goes a bit wide there. Bloomfield's got up the inside, so Captain Slow is playing quite slow at the minute. He's lost 2 positions there in that Citroen, so I'm not too sure what's happened there. But anyway, Bloomfield and Flash got through, so Bloomfield there in the Lamborghini. Flash into 10th in whatever that was. There's Sylvia. Nathan in the McLaren. Captain Slow, Citroen, Thingamajig, the SLS, and J1 in that Supra. So up through the hairpin they go. Quite a tricky corner this. No, not too bad in the GR4s. It's a bit different in them GR3s. Got through there nicely. Obviously going to be maybe 2 stops here, 4 tyres, a bit of fuel as well for these guys, we'll see. So that's GR4, so I'm not too sure. We'll have to watch that one. I don't know any of the strategies. It's a strategy at the moment for the Ferraris is we'll go 1 and 2 all the way in this first lap, and that's what they're doing. Slightly different coloured wheels for these boys. Chase Dyson in the yellow wheels, Oggy in the green. Idle Gaming going with them as well in the SLS, and closely followed there by Harry Poppins. Now Harry Poppins came down from the top league of Champions, and wanted to start fresh again And here he goes, attacking idle gaming. Turn 1, got himself onto the inside, should get this done, depends on who breaks latest. Yeah, he does, but Rudd's got to be very careful not to run it wide. Does pretty well there, actually, them two, to not make any contact. It's a tough corner. You can run it really wide, get yourself on that green astroturf on the outside, and that's the end game for you. It's all pretty close as well. Nightbreed tracing down Rascal. Get used to some of these drivers and names by the time we get to round 10 probably. Vodka Rob in 8th. That Lamborghini, and it's going to be a tough track and a tough race this as well. Oh, Rascal just give Motorstorm a bit of a hit. Now he's going to wait, I'm sure. Going to have to. He didn't, or did he? Maybe he's going to do it at a different point. Let's just have another look here. So into the right-hander and give him a big clout up the Motorstorm Hero, right up the backside, and then he drives off. So lost a couple of spots there, Rascal. Motorstorm. Rascal's not waiting at the moment, although staying out wide there. No, he's not waiting, so he's going to carry on. So actually, he might got to get his knuckles wrapped for that one. Should be waiting, as he's knocked Motorstorm Hero off. It's flashed there in the other Silvia, so Motorstorm's not going to be very happy with that, is he? There's a long way to go. He's on them hard tyres, but nevertheless, he did get hit. But look at this battle here. There's Nightbreed now attacking Rascal. Rascal's on that inside line. Nightbreed's on the outside. He's going to go, but he's going to go wide. Yeah, I think that was inevitable, although he's going to come back on, is he? Right into the braking zone. This is going to be tricky. Oh, he's still side by side, and a little nudge off there. Yeah, and he's, well, it's almost payback that, but someone else had done it. So let's have a look. Just messed the camera up a little bit there. So he right out wide, didn't he, Nightbreed? Came back on. Rascal's in. He kind of just turned into him, didn't he? And then, yeah, not having the best of time at the minute, is he, Rascal? Look who's behind him. Motorstorm is right up behind him now, so let's see what he does there. Now he goes past him, so he gets his place back. In fact, Motorstorm gets them all, doesn't he? Gets right up to 6th, goes past Nightbreed as well. Now he's also got Vodka Rob up there, who's on the outside. It's going to be very difficult on the outside there. Who's going to go? Oh, and he's gone off again as Rascal. And he's back on right in front of all the traffic, and yeah, maybe just needs to learn a little bit of the etiquette here. Could have been a lot worse. Come right out in front of Flash, and Nightbreed was it? Nightbreed got through, but out in front of Flash there could have been disaster. Coming back onto the track like that, you're better off just waiting for the two cars to go past and then coming back on. It's a long race, remember. Got plenty of time. It's not like a 5-lap race, is it? Sprint. Now Flash having a look. No. Oh, and that's quite a few of them gone off. Bloomfield, that's going to allow Flash to go through. Yeah, makes up 2 spots up to 8th. So let's have a look at Bloomfield there. Just went off a little bit wide, I think. Too hot in there on that Lamborghini. It's here in 8th. He didn't really turn it, did he? And Rascal followed him out there, 2 of them bouncing about in the grit and dirt there. Rascal gets a spot off of Bloomfield as well, so a little bit messy here in this first race, but we'll forgive some of them, being that it is the first race and everyone's getting used to everybody's driving, but there's a couple of little naughty touches there and things doing there that maybe just need to be sort of brushed up on there. Back to the front now, and we've got the 2 Ferraris, the 2 teammates, 1 and 2 at the minute. Dyson, there he is going through the shot with Oggy there in 2nd. So it's just a picture of things to come in this championship. Will it be the dominance of the Ferraris? Because we've got Harry Poppins in another one in 3rd, up to 3rd now. So 3 Ferraris leading this race at the minute. Idle Gaming going with him in a SLS. Now SLS is pretty quick actually from what I've seen at previous championships. Very green anyway, very green. Good liveries though. I don't think there's any themes to any of these liveries. I think it's just racing liveries, endurance liveries. I don't think there's any theme necessarily. But very good anyway. Motorstorm in 5th, so he's got up to 5th now. Now he's cleared all that mess behind him. I think he normally has that 46 as his number, but because that is his number, so to put a 0 on the end of the 46 there to make it 460 just makes sense for now until we get ourselves sorted. Nightbreed now, look at him attacking the back. Motorstorm, not get it done yet. These are obviously all the soft tyre boys here in this top 6, I would imagine. Now here, the hairpin, let's have a look. A little bit far back there. This could be a lunge if he goes for this. Oh, he'll just stay there, plenty of time. Only 8 minutes in. It's a lap race, not a timed race. It's only on lap 4:23. We'll work out about 50 minutes in time. So come round now. It's kind of double left-handers, or a bit of a drift there from Motorstorm. Great shot of this, right up from the drone. And who's that going off? That's Vodka Rob. Having a little moment, and he still can't quite get himself on there, can he? Let's go on with him. Let's just get that back a little bit further and see. So in 8th place. Now he didn't get hit by Rascal, did he? Because if he did, Rascal is going to be... No, he's just going to run it. He just couldn't get it stopped, could he? Ran it out into that stuff out there. Then the old AstroTurf spins it round, and he's on the grass bouncing around, and then he's back in the gravel again, and we're trying to get it, trying to turn it back onto the track, and he still can't get it on, and it's taken him a while, but he's down in 10th now, so a little disaster there. Here's Rascal in 8th. Flash has got through to 7th. Got Rascal here then. Let's see how he gets through this chicane. So come to the end of lap 4. Okay, through there. Bloomfield in 9th. See all that dirt on the outside, all that tyre rubber out there to the left, so we don't want to be out there. There's Vodka Rob after he's off. Captain Slow, so much of him at the minute, have we? Down there in 11th place, very heavy Citroen car. That reminds me, yes, thank you to our sponsors again from the last championship, Dubby Energy Drinks. I'll say it again because I said it a lot last time, but I'll say it again. Remember, if you're going to check them out at dubby.gg, get that discounts. You want to put in the code of URL7. Check those guys out, see what you can get for your money. Nathan in 12th, sorry, we know a bit about Nathan, don't we? See how he does in this championship. These GR4s, we've seen him in the Porsche Cups, and now we've got a yellow flag. Now what's that for? What's the yellow flag for? Oh, it's Rascal. He's off again. He's battling with Flash. Now, did he take Flash? I think he did, because Flash was in 7th, wasn't he? But he's done it again. Well, it's good. Well, it's very pretty, but you don't want to be out there. That's going to drop him a couple of spots down to at least 10th. Here he goes. Gets it going again. This time he does manage to wait and get onto the track properly. So down to 10th he is. These boys have obviously caught up. Captain Slow. So Rascal's having a race to forget at the moment. Captain Slow in 11th, Nathan 12th. Then we've got Thingamajig, the other SLS. That's very easy for me to say. Now I do know Thingamajig, not personally, but I have come across him. He is... I've raced with him before, I believe. He was in another group that I was kind of was aware of. I don't know him actually to race with, I don't think, as such. It's obviously Idle Gaming's teammate. The sort of Patronus colours there on the livery, trying to chase down Nath in the McLaren, sorry. So Thingamajig then, just stay with this. We've got J1 still at the back in 14th, but let's just see what happens with Thingamajig. Is he going to have a go up here at the chicane? Go through there nicely. Now he's in a good position. Is he going to pull out and have a go on the brakes? No, thought against it. It's a tough place to be, actually. You've got to be right up beside him if you're going to attempt that one. There's J1. Got no livery on that. Don't know whether he was a bit of a kind of a latecomer to the championship, but got no livery on that, so maybe he was. Now with Captain Slow in, he's already come in then after 5 laps to change his tyres, so that's pretty early, I've got to say. Maybe he just wasn't feeling it in that Citroen. Dyson has pulled away. What's happened to Oggy? Now, have I missed something? Because he was in second, wasn't he? Go back a while. No, he's been passed by Idle Gaming somewhere. I've missed it. Concentrating too much on what's happening elsewhere, so sorry about that, but up to second he is though, Idle Gaming now, so he's going well. Oggy back down to third, Henry Poppins in fourth, not that far behind, but Dyson absolutely going away with it now. As his tyres looking pretty level, aren't they? Pretty even all the way round. Yeah, okay at the moment. About, as I say, longer sort of members, if you like. Was up in the top league as well at one point, was Dyson, so he certainly isn't any slouch. Starting to Idle Gaming now. He's slowed down a bit, has he? Or is that just the camera? I think that might have just been the camera, actually. Yeah, looks like it. Towards 130R now. Slight dab of the brakes. Go too wide out there. Got yourself on that green stuff, etc. You know what happens. Through the chicane now for these boys. Henry Poppins in fourth. Big gap back then to Motorstorm and Nightbreed, who looks like they got a bit of a battle going on here in 5th and 6th place. So Motorstorm on them hard tyre, so yeah, I think it's his top 4. Let's have a look actually. Yeah, all on soft tyres, all these lot. Half a second for Oggy. He picked that up through the chicane maybe. Yeah, looks like it. Come up just after, didn't it? So he must have cut a little bit of that chicane to get half a second there. Not going to affect him too bad, although I think actually the penalty zone is in the back straight, isn't it? Towards before you get to 130R, pretty sure. Got a little bit of a gap back then to Henry Poppins, so he might be all right, although he's a little bit uphill, so he might lose a spot. Depends on how Henry Poppins gets through this first part. Circuit. So yeah, all the top 4 on the soft tyres, and we've got Motorstorm in 5th on the hard tyres, and then Nightbreed behind him on the softs in 6th place. And he's got, I wonder, he's got the Isle of Man, is that the Isle of Man badge on his car there? I don't know him, so is he from the Isle of Man maybe? Or is it just the livery for... Oh, he has got Isle of Man on the back, so I don't think we've ever had anyone from the Isle of Man in our group, so really, really good to have them coming from different areas of the UK. I know it's an island, but still the UK, and so really good to see that we're getting these drivers from across the globe, really, nationally and internationally, as Flash has a bit of a moment through the hairpin. Rascals there in 8th still, with Bloomfield in 9th, so no change back there. Spoon curve now. Beautiful shot again, as I say. Get across towards Suzuka City. 15 minutes in then. Lap 7. Be expected to see people maybe coming in on lap 11th, 12, maybe something like that. I would say. Obviously, we've seen Captain Slow go in very early after lap 5, but I'd imagine most of these boys, especially the guys on the soft tyres, will be looking at maybe lap 11, possibly 12, to come in for their first stop. J1's got past now to 11th actually. Lives in 12th. We've got Thingamajig back there in 13th, and Captain Slow we know after his stop in 14th. But J1 then has made his way through to 11th. So I don't know what's happened there with the boys behind. Or did they come in for stops as well and I just missed it? Possibly. I see some little errors, little mistakes where he's got through. Either way, it's a. I was going to say it's a great name, but it's just made up of letters and numbers, really, isn't it? So, yeah, some sort of code, isn't it, for something? Still call them J1. Bluefield had gone off then, but he didn't. I know he went off there earlier, didn't he? I thought he'd done the same again, but no, all okay. Now look at this, Thingamajig having a little eye up of Nath up the inside. Good little move. Now, coming up towards the hairpin. Nath is obviously in the better position. He's got through. I think Thingamajig just backed off a little bit there, just gave Nath, although he runs a bit wide, doesn't he? Nath from there. Tighter line from Thingamajig. The wider line from Nath, but it worked okay. Remains in 12th. Captain Slow behind them. Imagine Captain Slow's softs now. No, he's going for the medium, so it's a strange choice. But, as I said, as long as you're running hard for 2 laps, you can run whatever you like. So, it's still Thingamajig and Nath battles going on up that back straight now towards 130. Oh, yeah, the penalty zone's there, isn't it? So Harry Poppins, by the way, did get that place through as Thingamajig runs it wide. Yeah, Harry Poppins did get that through on the idle gaming, didn't he, after he had that penalty. That wasn't him with the penalty, was it? It was one of the Ferraris. Anyway, he's through to 3rd. He's Harry Poppins. Let's have a look at our leader anyway. So Dyson is leading him, as we know, in 1st. Nice gap back then to Oggy, his teammate, who's gone back up to 2nd. Harry Poppins 3rd. Idle Gaming down to 4th now. They've swapped places, haven't they? I'm sure it was one of the Ferraris that had the penalty. Storm and Nightbreed. Been like this for a few laps now, hasn't it? Still holding him off though. Let's have a look, see if Nightbreed, if he can stay where he is, he's going to get him up the back straight. Let's have a look. It's not going to go through there. It's going to be tough to pass through these left-handers. He's not run wide now. Put the power on early for Nightbreed and get a bit of a run at him, and let's see if we can get him before 130R. Doesn't look close enough at this point, but Slipstream will start to play a bit of a part now, but going to run out of track, aren't they? Yeah, he's not going to make it there. So maybe the next potential move is down at turn 1. Not going to get through the chicane. Tying it up for a little bit of practice later maybe, but let's see what the exit's like for him now. See if he's got enough. Getting down that turn 1, I don't think he has. Looks a bit too far back. Again, Slipstream will come into play, but they're going to run out of room again, so remains in 6th, Nightbreed. Battle going on there though, these boys. Dyson just running his own race here. Tyres are absolutely level. There's not any that have worn any more than any other there, so absolutely spot on all the way. At 10 now, so he might get to lap 12, maybe even 13. Depends on what his strategy is. He's got a bit of life still in those tyres, hasn't he? But with that gap that he's got, exactly the same pretty much for Oggy. So obviously the Ferrari's pretty good at holding its tyres. Idle game in. Oh, and we've lost Harry Poppins. He was in 3rd. So where's he gone? Did he go in the pit lane? We'll have a look. We'll run through, but Idle Gaming's in 3rd now, so too sure what happened to Harry Poppins. Did he have a disconnect? Too sure. Idle Gaming said, thanks, I'll have that 3rd anyway. Motorstorm up to 4th then. It promotes everybody up, doesn't it, a place? So Motorstorm to 4th. Nightbreed just falling off a little bit now. Still in 5th, I should say, but it's just falling off the back of Sylvia. Flash in 6th. Rascal there in 7th. Bloomfield in 8th. Vodka Rob in 9th. J1 in 10th. Round the hairpin. Captain Slow in 11th. That far behind Thingamajig in 12th and Nathan 13th. So yes, we did lose Harry Poppins. So that's a shame for him. So did he have a technical somewhere in that Ferrari? He had to pull into the garage. Won't be back out in this race. So not the start that Harry Poppins wanted to the championship. Just the start that Dyson wanted though. Let's live with him at the moment. Straight from pole position. He's actually catching up with back marker here. I think that's Nath. It is Nath. Will pull out of the way if he doesn't go off. Yeah, he's gone off. Not quite what he wanted, was it? But, well, that's one way of doing it, I suppose. Gets back on. So Dyson then, blue flags are obviously flying, but that's gone past now. So Dyson is rounding them off. Nathan. Right, if he hasn't got any tyres left on that McLaren, he'd be in this time, or he's had a big moment somewhere to fall that far behind. But Dyson is then in the lead still at 11 now, so any time now I'd start seeing people coming in. I think Dyson might have at least another lap on these tyres. .23.5 minutes into this race now, almost halfway through as well in terms of laps, so we're really cracking on here with this race. I think we've got about, yeah, he's going to get another lap in. I think we've got about 3, maybe 4 enduros throughout the championship. The rest are going to be sprint races, when I say sprints, or shorter races. So we see Oggy go past Nath as well. I think they're 30-minute races, 2 30-minute races with 50-minute enduros thrown in the mix as well as Idle. These tracks where some people love it, some people aren't that keen on it, some people are quick on it, some people are not that quick on it. Nightbreed's in the garage for his stop on lap 12. If I'm honest, not one of my favourite tracks. It's okay, the track itself is okay. It's just I'm not that quick on it, so just can't seem to gain any sort of time on it anywhere. It's quite technical, obviously. You've just got to see that in that map, haven't you, to see that. It's not very easy track in terms of very twisty turny stuff, isn't it? It's idle. That's Nathan, isn't it? Goes up the inside of Nath, who stays out of the way. Kind of, almost, nearly. Oh, I might not have a little kiss while you're there. There you go. He's got past now. Over Storm. He's got loads left, but it is on hards. And I remember, he's staying with hards for quite a long time, which is interesting. Remember, you only had to run at least 2 laps on it. But I mean, you can run a whole race on hards if you want to, but clearly, Motorstorm, he's feeling that might be. I mean, he's not doing so bad, is he, at the moment, in 4th? So maybe it certainly will pay off. He's obviously have to come in for some fuel. I haven't said that. He's got half a tank, and we are, what? Pretty much halfway through the race. Just under now. And so he's got lots left as we see our leader come in now. So let's see what happens with Oggy. Yeah, he's going to take up the lead. So he's deciding he's going to stay out. And maybe this is team orders and strategy for these Ferrari team. It's actually Team It's Dyson, it's called. So there you go. Combined name team there. Idle Gaming in up to 2nd. Dyson does come out in 3rd. Does Motorstorm get him? It's going to come right out in front of Motorstorm. That's just how it is with the pit lane exit. It's Dyson on. Yeah, so he's come on hard. So let's see now if he just does 2 laps as flashes in as well. Dyson might just do the 2 laps on that hard tyre. Is he going to run it for longer? Over the back of him, Motorstorm, which he would be. Though he's on hard as well. He was the other one, wasn't he, in the hard? So since hasn't really got warmed up yet. So he goes past into 3rd. Does Motorstorm. Dyson back to 4th. Dyson hasn't really got any heat in those tyres yet properly. Should start to get a little bit in there soon. So Motorstorm, as I say, started on hards from the start. Gets himself to 3rd spot as of this moment. Nathan being caught by these boys now. You know, a long race for Nathan, isn't it? I think already. Been good in the early stages as well, wasn't he? It's a teammate, Rascal, who's had an interesting race. He seems to have settled down a little bit. He was a little bit, I think maybe the old adrenaline was running a little bit early doors in the race. And as I say, probably a new drivers to each other, getting used to the cars and each other's driving. Obviously the rules still apply, so you might still have to still go to the steward's office for some of those early moves, but settled down now. It's all about learning, isn't it, in the League 3. Obviously, it's the same rules for everybody, regardless of what league you're in. Doesn't matter if you're in the 3 or if you're in your League of Champions at the top. It's same rules for everyone. If you knock someone off, you have to wait, give the place back. Doesn't matter if it's in the first minute or the last minute of the race. So you might have a little bit of explaining to do. There's Nightbreed in 6th. To start in lap 14. He's on the hard tyres as well. So quite a few of them have now come in, changed tyres. The sprint race formats, you don't have to worry about using hard. It's just soft and mediums. I think it's soft in race 1 all the way, and then you've got a soft and a medium can be used in race 2. I mean, you can use a hard again if you want, but you don't have to use a hard. It's only for the enduros where you've got to use a hard for a minimum of 2 laps. So Nightbreed in 6th. Captain Slow now up to 7th. Those mediums, remember, he's the only one who's gone out with mediums that I can see. Well, 7th at the moment, so I guess it's working for him at the moment. Why not? See where he ends up at the end. Looking okay though, tyre-wise. Flash there in 8th. He's come in. He's gone on the soft tyres. Everyone's got about half a tank of fuel. Now Oggie's in now in 2nd spot. It's Bloomfield in 9th. Mediums as well, so he's decided mediums also. Vodka, Rob in 10th. The hards, Thingamajig, soft, he's come in and changed. J1 back down to 12th on the mediums as well. Nathan 13th on hards. So Idle now takes up that lead. He hasn't come in yet. He's going to run him for at least another lap. So actually, you can get quite a few laps out on that SLS, can't you? 15 laps in and close to the end of the race now, and still would have come in. So still not changed. Storm in 2nd. Hard tyres. Dyson up to 3rd now on those hards. Actually, 2nd lap for Dyson on them, I would have thought. So see if he does come in, or whether he's going to say run him to the end. I mean, 3rd place at the moment, so I mean, we know that Idle Game is going to have to come in with his tyres, so they're going to get up to 2nd, isn't he, at least? Storm's not been in yet either, is he? He might need to come in for a bit of fuel, so actually Dyson could essentially stay on these hard tyres to the end if he wanted to, because he's got a huge gap back then to his teammate Oggie. Well, I say huge, it's not that huge, but big enough. If he wants to stay out on those hard tyres, he can, because he's on hards as well. So maybe there was a little bit of strategy between the teammates there, which is seems to be working. What can be said for the strategy with my teammate when I raced. It didn't work for me. Victory for my teammate, which was really well done, but I was nowhere near the front in the end. It didn't work for me anyway. Up the back straight towards 130R now. Dyson eyeing up 2nd place. I'd imagine let's just go to our leader actually, just to see. Imagine he's going to be coming in. Or is he going to try another lap? No, he's staying out for another lap, so he's pretty confident on those tyres in front. He's going to get another lap out of them. Storm in 2nd. Dyson still there in 3rd. Now what sort of run does Dyson get here? Down at turn 1 move maybe on the cards. Could be. I think he's going to not quite get there though. No. To sit behind the Storm. This little battle's going to be going on for a little bit longer. There's Hoggy in the background in 4th. Fourth then for Hoggy. But no one behind him. He's got someone behind him obviously, but not that close. There's Rascal back there in 5th place. He's had a lonely race at the moment. He's got absolutely no one in front of him and no one behind him either. Long way back then is Nightbreed there in 6th place. Flash in 7th. Slow in 8th, and through the S's now. Field in 9th, Vodka Rob in 10th, Thingamajig 11th, J1 in 12th, Nath in 13th. As we watch our leader now coming through this final chicane, and just intrigued to see when he's going to go in. Is he had enough on those tyres now? I think it's going to be it. Yes, so in he goes, our leader. So let's go back to our 2nd and 3rd place guys. And they're not going to come in, obviously, although Dyson has run a couple of laps, so it'd be interesting. We know that Motorstorm's run the entire race pretty much on hards, and yeah, Dyson's going to stay out as well, so maybe the strategy is, because Motorstorm's going to take up the lead now, is to stay out to the end now for Dyson. Only got 6 laps left, so obviously tyres are all okay, so I think he is. That's the strategy, just run it to the end. He's there, isn't he? He can see first place right ahead of him, so why not? And obviously, the tyres are slightly better on Dyson's car as well. They can come in a bit later. Just depends how the cars go. Rascal's in the pit lane now as they feel around here, these cars. It's our number 46 Dyson is the club's number 46. Can't really take that away from him. It's always been that number since he joined us, so stick with it really. Nightbreed's in as well, so a couple of drivers coming in for some late stops. That might be just for fuel, maybe, not necessarily for tyres. Remember, just a bit of a splash and a dash. But Dyson, I think he's basically saying to himself, well, I'm here, I'm in second spot, I can see first place right there in front of me within a couple of cars lengths, and there's no point in me going into the last half a dozen laps. I've got a nice gap behind me as well, so why would I come in? Might as well see if I can stay with Motorstorm and hope that his tyres wear down, hope that I can get him, and victory will be mine. It's, I'm sure, what Dyson will be thinking at this point. Zidal going in third, closely followed by its Oggy. Actually, Oggy was in third, wasn't he? So Idle's got past him. He's up to third now. Oggy down to fourth. Flash in fifth. Oh, don't go on that green stuff, Flash. It's a long way back behind. Top 4 is Flash. Not under any pressure from behind, but a long way. I mean, they're coming down to turn 1, third and fourth place now. He's only just coming through the chicane, so they're already on lap 18. Captain Slow in 6th. So I reckon he kind of knew what he was doing as well, to get if he can stay there and get a top 6. It's pretty good for race 1, isn't it? So see where he ends up. Rascal there in 7th. So if he can stay there, it's pretty good also. Bloomfield in 8th. It's going to be one of them championships where it's going to be very, very level, but at the same time, could be anybody's, couldn't it, at the end? Nightbreed in 9th. Once they all start to get used to each other, like all the leagues, Vodka's in late. It's got to be for fuel. Once they start to get used to each other, I think racing will be a bit closer. It's all sort of starting to spread things out a little bit here. Thingamajig up to 10th now. Number 76. Through the S's, I should say now. Flash holding that fastest lap at 2.8.8. Actually, do you know what? I think I'm going to go on board with our leader just to see as he starts lap 19. You can see Dyson there to the right in his mirror. He's there, still sniffing around there in second spot. So let's have a lap with Motorstorm through turns 1 and 2. Dyson right up behind him. Let's see if Dyson makes a move at any point. I'm going to stay with Motorstorm here for this lap. through the S's now. You just got to feed these through, just small little lifts, the throttle, just like he's doing, just feathering it through. Drop it down there, let the engine brake in, take control at that point now, feed it through. Now you can run really wide at this right if you're not careful, just feed it through, and now go all the way through now up to about 5th gear before you hit this tricky little right-hander. Drop it down again. Actually, I think you might have revved it out in 4th. Again, tight here, cut that corner under the bridge. Now towards the hairpin, nice and stilled out, shadowing his every move. Now, just go down to 1st. He does. Spurt of power, quick change to 2nd. The exit, and then these long sweeping right-handers now, right out the gearbox, and then through these double apex left-handers. Again, can run really wide. You're not going to be on that green Astro. Be a bit there on that curb nicely. Again, feed it through now, up the gearbox now, full throttle, take all that curb on the right. Now up the hill towards 130R, back straight now. Actually, he seems to be pulling away, doesn't he, from Dyson? So Dyson may have something up his sleeve, but he may even just keep it in 2nd spot as he hits a chicane motor stall. Takes all that inside curb, which is fine, and the inside curb, the exit, a lot of inside curb there, and that's your lap of Suzuka circuit from motor stall. Dyson still in the same position in 2nd, Oggy in 3rd, Idle in 4th, so they keep swapping places, don't they, these two? So Idle back to 4th now, Oggy to 3rd, so you know, a little private battle these two, haven't they, for the last couple of laps. I think Oggy's now cleared off, flashing 5th, still holding that fastest lap. Captain Slow in 6th, just go for this field, 7th for Bloomfield, 8th for Rascal, Nightbreed in 9th. Thingy Jig in 10th, Vodka in 11th, J1 in 12th, Nathan in 13th. At 20 now, 42 and a half minutes in. So we are into the last 10 minutes, into the last 4 laps. It's been a cracking first round. Runs behave themselves as the race has gone on. Some really good racing as well. 1 or 2 incidents, we're going to get that in every league, we're going to see it. Apart from that, excellent racing throughout the whole grid. Shot of them going through round towards Spoon Curve. At the tip of the spoon now. Hits you out as well round there, and that second part of that left-hander, if you're not careful. I think anyone's going to beat Flash's time now. Might be wrong, but everyone's tyres are had enough, I think. So I'd be surprised if someone does beat that now. Captain Slow in 6th place. So sure about this when I first see this Citroen car. It always just looked really, really heavy to me and a bit cumbersome, but in fairness, in 6th place, that's okay, pretty good for your first outing. So we'll see how that car gets on when we start getting to some sort of tighter stuff, tighter circuits. I think Deep Forest, Switzerland is round 2 for our 2 30-minute races. This will be a slightly different challenge to around here. Bloomfield. So he's catching onto the back of Catching Slow, isn't he? That Lambo. Sure he's going to make any ground on him on these last couple of laps though, but both on medium tyres. There's not a lot in it, to be fair. You can see him there. So, yeah, not a million miles behind, is he? So keep an eye on that one as well. Breed in 8th. Haskell 9th. That's any number on his car, so I'm not sure what his actual number is. Maybe he's not got allocated one yet. Thingy Jig 10th. Vodka Robin 11th. J1's come in late, hasn't he? It's got to be for fuel. See, at that point, and there's Nath in 12th, so he's in 13th. He's got to be a lap behind, isn't he? So there's J1 coming out now. So no number on his car. I think he actually had our leaders behind him, and then he Motorstorm now in first place, then Dyson second still. I think that's it, you know, as we're coming into the last 2 laps now, into the ultimate lap here. I think Motorstorm might well. I don't know if he's been in or not. His fuel's going to be very, very tight. He must have been in, surely, to... I don't know if he has or not. I don't recall him coming in, but anyway, he's leading the race. Fancying for victory as things stand. Dyson's got no answer to him now. Sylvia seems pretty good. It's just whether he's got enough fuel. He's got one more lap. Well, at the end of one and a little bit of laps left now, so not sure what his fuel's like in that car. Doesn't show you, does it, on there? Oh, it does show you, doesn't it? Let's have a look. We've gone to the wrong camera. Let's have a look here. No, it doesn't really show you. It just shows you it's flashing, so he's going to be in a little bit of trouble if he's not got enough, although I'd imagine he's got just about enough to do one more. Well, he's going for it. He's on the final lap now, and well, Dyson, I thought, was going to come back and get that first spot off him, but as things stand, the Storm's going to take this first race by storm. Pretty controlled, I've got to say, as well. He had that, and he got knocked off as well, didn't he, remember, at the start of the race. So actually, to recover well, to get himself back up to first, to drop in a few spots. Done well. Stay with him now, shall we? As he catches up to the back of Nathan. That looks pretty settled elsewhere. Flash will get that fastest lap at 2:08.8. Dyson will certainly take second place. That's what he's going to get anyway, but he'll certainly take it for round 1. So watch Motorstorm Hero now. Let's hope Nathan don't slow him up, because Dyson, we hoping he does, but I think he's timed it to perfection. He's going to catch him right along this back straight. He's just going to move out of the way, he's Nathan. Let him go past. There you go. Well done to Nathan. Well, kind of. No, he's still battling it out, isn't he? No, he's not giving it to him. Fortunately, he has only got a couple of corners left. But Nathan getting the blue flags, isn't he? But he's not letting him through. And Dyson's right up behind Motorstorm now. And I think it's just a little bit too late. But congratulations to Motorstorm. What a race this has been. He's going to take victory. Well done to Motorstorm. Race one winner, round one winner. Dyson close in second there. Good race from them too. Oggy going to come in third. Second of the team, it's Dyson. Third place, 2 Ferraris on the podium idle. Good race there in fourth place. Flash is going to get fifth and the fastest lap as well. So Sylvia's in, 2 Sylvia's in the top 5, 2 Ferraris in the top 4. Captain Slow, oh, look at this. Bloomfield's called him right up. So Captain Slow and Bloomfield, I think Captain Slow's just about going to have enough when the camera comes back on him to get that 6th place. He is. So 6th for Captain Slow. Again, another great race between them two. Bloomfield in 7th. Rascal's going to come in 8th. In the end. Across the line now. Nightbreed in 9th. Run to him. Thingamajig in 10th. Wasn't that far off in the end, was he? Behind Nightbreed. Gets the 10th spot. Vodka. Rob. He's going to get 11th. J1 didn't get another lap in. He come in 12th. And Nath is going to get 13th. So, there's your round one. Guys, our first of our Enduros for the championship, GR4 championship. And next stop is Deep Forest Reverse, I think it is. Join me for that next time around. So I hope you enjoyed it. Catch you all soon. And thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.